Director, Miss Erica Santos. Let's hear it from Miss Erica. I'd like to take time to acknowledge and thank our participating advisory board members for their service to our school and helping our programs and students stay relevant and current in their career paths. We would like to recognize Dr. Jay Dumas, Dr. Willa Dumas, Dr. Miguel Ali, Dr. Ruben Lee, Dr. Dennis Russo, Dr. Melanie Savoy, Dr. Cleopatra Thompson, Dr. Lisa Martina Como, Dr. Michelle Harris, Dr. Grace Thatcher, Dr. Stephanie Thompson, Dr. Michelle Harris with Humana, Ms. Pamela Woodridge with LCMC Health, Ms. Reggie Tucker with Walgreens, Miss Cindy Mag with Excel Clinics. Also, we would like to acknowledge Ms. Alicia Alonso, a first name basis. Also, I recognize Jada Harlow, Daughters of Charity, Denise Hudson, East Jefferson Hospital, Earline and Banks, Ashner Kenner. We also have Ms. Julie Singleton, The Breath is Life, Rhonda Smith, Miss Sarge Envy, and last but not least, we would like to recognize Susan Johnson with Walgreens. Thank you. Graduates. There are graduate speakers, and then there are graduate speakers who will instill something in your life. Our speaker tonight will instill and inspire you. Without further ado, I would like to introduce our guest speaker for this evening, Miss Earline Banks. Earline is a native who grew up in the Iberville housing project. She was raised in a single home along with 3 other siblings. At the early age, she learned the value of hard work and determination to reach personal goals. She has been working since the age of 16. She did not earn a college degree right away. She did not attend college right out of high school, but instead, life took her on a different road, which was becoming a mother at the age of 19. She worked at Wendy's Hamburgers for many years to support herself and her son. As time went on, she realized that it was time for a change, and she had to put herself in a better position financially. And the only way to do it was to return to school. Over the next few decades, Earline completed several programs and schools receiving various certifications and degrees. She is currently enrolled in Louisiana State University at Shreveport with a plan to obtain her master's in health administration. She has been employed by Ochsner since 1996. Over the last 26 years, she has held multiple positions with the Ochsner system. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, family, staff, please join me in welcoming our 2019 commencement speaker, Miss Earline Ann Banks.
Thank you, Miss Banks. This is awesome. Who would have ever thought? To the graduating class this evening, this is awesome. First, I want to say thank to Ms. Santos, the Director of Education, Mr. Dewitt, faculty, staff, family, friends, and last but not least, to the 2019 graduating class of Unitech Training Academy. I've got to tell you, this is truly amazing. This is awesome. I can't believe that I was asked to be your speaker. Me, Earline. However, when I was asked, I immediately accepted the invitation without thinking about it. Because my belief in life is if I can be an impact on someone else's life, if I can have an impact on your life, then that's what I'm here for. I began to pray about what it is I wanted to speak to you about. I like to speak to you about the real world, its ups and its downs, despite making it to the other side. Have you ever heard someone say, the sky is the limit? Well, this is one of those times. The sky is the limit. Look at where you are this evening. The only way that this can happen is through determination. You had to plan. That's our word for this evening, determination and planning. You had to make that happen. I'd like to share a few things about my life and journey up until this point. Most of where I am comes from pure determination. Never allowing anyone to tell me I can't do something. No matter what was going on in life, no matter what, I call it a wave. Because you know when you're on a wave and you're in the water, you might be going up, down, to the side, but I would continue to press forward. Never allowing someone to tell me I can't do something. That is why I'm here today. Now, my mother was a single mother who did the best that she knew how. My mother had a 10th grade education. Her mother had a 3rd grade education. My mother lived in an Iberville housing project, which is where I grew up. Her mother lived in the Desire housing project, which is where she grew up. How many people know that cycles repeat themselves? They can go over and over and over again. When I had my first child at the age of 19 graduates, I began to think about, now how can I get my project? That cycle was trying to come in. However, life took me on a different road. And my first apartment was through Section 8 housing, though still subsidized. I moved into an apartment all excited. There was a swimming pool, so as far as I was concerned, I was on a different road. Every piece of furniture in my home was given to me from a family member. My aunt gave me a twin bed. That's what I slept in. The sofa that I had in the house was from my grandmother. My grandmother passed this sofa down to an older cousin, who then passed the sofa down to his younger brother, who then passed the same sofa down to me for my first apartment. Is anybody in this room ever heard of contact paper? Well, this is a sofa that had been reupholstered with contact paper over and over and over again. If there was a tear here, oh, let's put some contact paper on it. Over here, let's put some contact paper on it. Life wasn't easy. I didn't have peaches and cream. It wasn't an easy road. But through what is our word for this evening? Determination. I was able to get through no matter what came my way. There's 2 reasons that I will share the things that I'm sharing with you that are so personal. First is, if you've walked around in life feeling like your situation is greater than the next person, well, think again. Because there is someone out there world who has a greater situation than yours. The second reason I would share such personal information is I truly don't believe that the things that we go through in life are for ourselves. But on the other hand, I do believe that they're to help someone else. You never know who you may be sitting and speaking with. Someone may be in the lunchroom overhearing a conversation with you. You may be helping them push one step further. So share your stories, share the things that you've been through, because you've obviously gotten through them, if you can talk about it. Some of the other things I dealt with back then, I truly lived penny to penny. We all talk about paycheck to paycheck, but working at Wendy's, $3.35 an hour, I would literally sit every 2 weeks. Everything I paid, everything I purchased was in a 2-week span. I would minus my rent, light, water, phone. I took $20 out of my paycheck every 2 weeks. That's all I had. I had to purchase bus tokens. I would go to Crouse and get the bus tokens, if anybody remembers Crouse. And my baby was still in diapers. I had to get the diapers. The last thing I would take out, and which was the end of the check, was $5 to put in a cookie jar. The hopes was that I could grow that savings prior to needing that money. Maybe my baby would need some cough medicine. And the push that I had, the drive that I had, was mainly for my children. And if any of you have children in this room tonight, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, I've accomplished many things throughout my time, and it was through what class? Determination. That is why you are sitting here tonight. You had a plan, you desired something, and you executed it. So you are here tonight living proof that all things are possible. The first thing I remember accomplishing was I went to cosmetology school. I always enjoyed doing hair. So after not going straight to college, I said, okay, I can do cosmetology. I wanted to earn extra money. I completed the cosmetology course. I remember my boyfriend back then, now husband, driving me to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to the state boards to take my test. After receiving my license for hair, I began to do hair out of the home for the extra money. As time went on, I felt the need to pursue a higher level of education. I decided to enroll in Fisher Technical College, which is where I received the certificate for medical administrative assistant. I was later hired by Dr. Willard Dumas at Dumas Dental Clinic, where I worked for 4.5 years. And yes, I do know Jay. Jay was a little boy. But as time went on, working at Dr. Dumas's office, I met a lady that was a medical transcriptionist. She began to explain that particular job. I had an interest in it. Guess what, graduates? I enrolled in a 12-month program for medical transcription and received a certificate for that. Why? But it was because of my determination. That is why you are here tonight as well, because of your determination, as well as whatever future endeavors you pursue. After getting my certificate for transcription, I was hired at Ochsner, first as a secretary, and later found a position as the transcriptionist, where I worked for about 11 years actually as a transcriptionist. But about 7 years into working as a transcriptionist, things began to change. There were programs being developed where the physician would soon be able to record his clinical note and the computer would type it. This was a turning point in my life, and is when I decided it was time to embrace college. I never lost the desire, despite not going to college right out of high school, to obtain my bachelor's degree. I enrolled at Delgado Community College, where I obtained my associate's degree in business management with a concentration in human resources. After completing Delgado, I enrolled at the University of New Orleans, of course graduating 2017 with my bachelor's in business administration. The point of me telling you this is, the sky is really, really, really the limit. No kidding. You can do anything you want. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm a living witness of it, and so are you. That's why you're sitting there today, because of your determination. Really. There's a few things I'd like you to remember as we part our ways. Keep God first in your life. Pray about everything. Set goals. Short-term goals are easier to reach, which will empower you once completed and motivate you to feel like I can do anything. You know, we have the choo-choo train that I think I can, but once you complete any of the things that you put forth an effort to do, you will be motivated to do anything else and never think I can. You'll be saying, I know I can do this. I've done it before. Plan, don't just jump in. When I think of planning, I think of the Zulu ball. Everybody in New Orleans knows about the Zulu ball. It's very popular during Mardi Gras. Ladies, when we plan to go to the Zulu ball, we're gonna plan months in advance. We're looking for our dress, our shoes, the gown, shoes, hair, or we got to pay somebody to do our makeup. Well, so it is with your future. Plan. As much emphasis as we can put on and place on the other things of our life, you do the same for your future. Focus on it, set your goals, and know that the sky is the limit. Most importantly, surround yourself with positive people. Build relationships with people that can get you from point A to point B. Who would have ever thought that I would be working at Dr. Dumas' office? I actually knew his wife and had never met him before. My son was in his wife's kindergarten class. She was a teacher. And just through building a relationship, being a concerned parent, there talking, showing my face, she knew that I had went to Fisher College. One day she asked, Earline, did you ever find a job? I said, no, I'm still searching. And this was in the early stage when I had just completed. She said, you know, my husband is looking for a receptionist. She gave me the phone number. I applied, did an interview, and I got the job. The point is connecting yourself with people. It's a good idea. Remember this. If you do the same thing today that you did on yesterday, you're going to get the same result today that you got on yesterday. Did you get that? Continue to plan, pursue your goals. Lastly, follow your dreams. Remember that you control your destiny. The sky is truly, truly the limit. Look at you tonight. Thank you, and I thank you again for allowing me to share with you. This is truly an honor. Congratulations, class.
Can we give another round of applause for our candidates?